Happy evening, all. Let's begin. Vidyasagar Women's College under IQAC banner welcomes you to the third session on motivation, self and others using strokes by Mr. P.K. Raghunathan. Mr. P.K. Raghunathan is a management trainer and a coach. Over 3 decades of corporate experience in banking, insurance, private aviation, financial consulting. Functional experience in customer service, operations, project management, strategy, and training. He's conducted training programs for over 10,000 plus hours. Numerous people. So if we count the man hours, it is a humongous amount of training what he's done. Currently, he conducts training and coaching for growth, development, career progression, problem solving, etc. He has a PGDBA and a CA IIB, and also attended courses on balanced scorecard, leadership, masterclass for directors. I have known him for almost 20 years now, so I hand you over to him, Mr. P.K. Raghunathan. Mr. Raghu, can you come online, please?
Vanakkam. Are you able to hear me? Just confirm. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Excellent. So I'll just use the screen share. Give me about 10 seconds. Okay, the topic is motivation, self and others using strokes. Now let's look at some of the hygiene factors before we proceed further. What will be the structure? There will be a poll at the beginning and there will be a poll at the end. In between that, I'll share my content, and also I'll take your questions. My endeavor would be to take as many questions as possible. A suggestion: have a notepad and a pen with you to collect your thoughts and document it. As the temperature is warm, please keep a bottle of drinking water next to you whenever you want to drink that. Feel free to have a cup of coffee or a tea or a juice. Since you are sitting at home comfortably, please feel free to have that. At any point of time you have a doubt, feel comfortable to write your questions in the Q&A space. I have a small suggestion here. If somebody is asking a question after many questions have been asked, if possible, just go up and look if somebody's asked the question already, so that you don't have to duplicate that question. Maybe you can ask some other question. As I said, my effort will be made to respond to all the questions. The duration we are looking at, although we are looking at anywhere between 60 and 90 minutes, my endeavor would be to complete it by about 75 minutes. That's my target. But depending on the time we take on the question, so it could go here and there. This is the third the webinar series that we are conducting. I understand, and thank you very much, that many participants are from various colleges, and I'm also given to understand that many of the assistant professors and professors are attending it. I want to thank you, all of you, for attending it. This is a mutual learning exercise. I'm sharing my learning and you're sharing your learning through your questions and your understanding. What we have covered so far is, we have done 2 topics. One is regarding time and what I do with it. The second one was on goal setting. The last 2 weeks we covered that. This is the third one we are covering. Now let's do the poll and get an understanding of yours before we proceed. Mr. Adesh, need you help? Yeah, please click on what you think. Is motivating self easy or difficult? Is motivating others easy or difficult? Yeah, in few seconds, Rajesh, please
Yeah,
close
I'll
it.
stop it.
Yeah, what is the outcome we have got? We understand that.
I've shared the results for all the participants to have a look.
Okay, okay. So just a quick understanding of the poll that I'm seeing in front of me, that motivating self is easy, about 70, more than 70% have said easy. Motivating others, 54% have said it's easier. Okay, great. So let's keep that in mind. So let's look at it. So it is 71-29 and it is 54-46. Very encouraging. Okay, so I'll close this. Okay, what are we going to discuss today? By the end of it, we should be able to understand what is a stroke and what are the kinds of strokes. Relate self with the strokes quadrant. If you're familiar, we have discussed quadrants in both goal setting and in time management. That we should become comfortable stroking self and others. But since 71% feel that comfortable in motivating self and 54% feel comfortable motivating others, I'm sure this must be a very easy program for many of you. Understand my stroke profile. We'll spend some time on that also to understand where do I stand in that stroke profile. What is motivation? If you Google and check, you will find that there are several theories on motivation. Maslow's hierarchy, you will find David McClelland, you will find Douglas McGregor. There are several famous personalities who have talked about it, explained about it, come up with theories on motivation. What we're going to do is that we're going to spend time understanding motivation with another perspective. So what is motivation in general that we have understood? Motivation is all about our internal desire to accomplish something that is important to us. So this motivation makes us to take action. So when we say motivation, we need to take an action on that. Okay. Let's move on to the strokes part of it. What is the recognition? Just to before we go on to the detailing part of it, please understand that there are different types of hunger that we have. Common hunger is the body hunger. When we feel hungry, we would like to eat or we would like to drink something. That's a common hunger. We are very familiar. But there is also another hunger that we crave for, which is recognition hunger. I would like to be recognized by people. A simple smile, a compliment, even a frown, okay, demonstrates that our existence has been acknowledged or has been recognized. So that's in terms of recognition. Recognition does not mean that it has always have to be pleasant. It can be something not pleasant also, yet it demonstrates that I am there. Please keep that perspective in mind. Also have another request. When we are talking about motivation for self and others using strokes, during the presentation, while I am explaining it, I would request you to connect with one or two people that you have been interacting in the last 2-3 days and connect to that person or maybe one more person. To what extent have I been doing this? Whatever we are going to discuss, to what extent have I been doing it or have I been done? What do others do to me? Like, for example, we talk about recognition, a smile or a compliment. How many smiles have you given? Or how many compliments have you given? Or how many frowns have you given? Or how many smiles have you received? Or how many compliments have you got? or how many frowns have you got from this 1 or 2 person? Just look at this 1 or 2 persons. You can expand to all the people, many people later on, but just for this 1 hour, 1.25 hours that we're going to be here, just connect with 1 or 2 so that relatability will be much higher. Eric Berne, a very famous psychiatrist, he propounded the concept of transactional analysis. You can read a lot about it in Google. Use the term recognition hunger to describe our need for this kind of acknowledgement by others. So he says that he calls this a recognition hunger. I'm hungry for recognition as much as I'm hungry for food. I'm also hungry for recognition. So while we're talking about food and we're talking about recognition, we're talking using the word hunger. Let me share with you an example that I saw and an experience that I had very recently, late February or early March. I had gone to the central station to catch a train. I was going to Bangalore. I was going to catch a train. So I had gone there a little early. So I was just slowly wandering around and looking around. At the entrance, you will find that there is Adyar Anand Bhavan in Central Station when you enter. So there is, so after going around, I just came back, a lot of people there. So I was just looking around, wondering, should I have a cup of coffee or tea? It was 10 o'clock in the night, and I think my train was at about 10:45. So I was just thinking about it. I was just standing there with my bag on my shoulder. There was a dustbin in front of me. There were 3-4 people around me were having a cup of, somebody was having a coffee. There are a few people eating there on the tables. A person walked past. You can call him, I can call him like a beggar, just came across. He stood in front of the dustbin. He didn't talk to anybody. He didn't ask anybody. He just looked at the dustbin, put his hand in a cup which was folded, but there was some coffee droplets still there. He took it out, straightened the cup, poured it into his mouth, put the cup back on the dustbin and left. This is the real incident which happened. I'm sharing that. So why did he do that? Okay, your answer could be that he's hungry. Yes, he was hungry. So why did he choose to drink that small droplets of coffee or tea that was there in that cup, which was put in the dustbin? Why did he take it out and drink? Ponder for a moment while I'm explaining this. Okay, one of the responses you may say that, as you said, he was hungry. So he was hungry, so he chose to do that. So why didn't he go and buy a cup of coffee? Yeah, he can't afford it. He doesn't have the wherewithal. He doesn't have the money. He was also reluctant to ask for food or ask for money. So I just sat there. He didn't turn around to asking for anybody's help. He could have just said, can you give me ஒரு 10 ரூபாய் கொடுங்களே, ஒரு 20 ரூபாய் கொடுங்களே, காஃபி சாப்பிடுறேன், இல்ல எனக்கு ஒரு காஃபி வாங்கி கொடுங்க. He didn't ask. He just took it, drank, left. Now just connect that. That's the hunger for the body. Likewise, there is a hunger for recognition. Just keep that in mind. I will come back to it a little later and explain to it what do I mean by hunger for recognition. I will be explaining the strokes and explaining the concepts. I will continue explaining this particular anecdote a little more in detail as to why I am relating to this example. What is a stroke? Okay. You are walking along the street. Okay. Somebody opposite to you is walking across. He smiles. Okay. He says that he either says hi or how are you? It's a nice day. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day. So how are you doing? So a lot of things he may tell you, he may say with a smile, and you also smile back and tell him that, oh, it's a great day. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I am doing great. Now, each of you have exchanged a stroke. Just connect to that. Each of you have exchanged a stroke. His smile is a stroke. His words are a stroke. Your response in terms of a smile is a stroke, and also in terms of the words are strokes. So these are all strokes that are being exchanged. So one of the questions you may have saying that, so does it mean that in our conversation that there are thousands of strokes? Yeah, there are thousands of strokes. Many of it we probably don't even connect to it. There are thousands of strokes. Okay, so now stroke in terms of a definition is defined as a unit of recognition. It's a unit. One stroke is a unit of recognition. Now, what are the types of strokes or kinds of strokes? They can be verbal or non-verbal. We just said that they can be non-verbal, a smile, a frown, showing hands. These are non-verbal strokes. Verbal strokes. Hi, how are you? You're looking great. Dress is great. Today is great. You look, all that are verbal strokes. It can be positive or negative. Smile is a positive stroke. Frown is a negative stroke. Hi, in a smiling way, is a positive stroke. Hi. It doesn't appear to be a positive stroke. We wonder. So that's a negative stroke. There is also categorization in terms of conditional stroke and unconditional stroke. We'll come to that a little later. So now in this typical students of mathematics will understand that what are the types of combinations of strokes that are possible. Can you imagine? We have verbal and non-verbal, positive and negative, conditional and unconditional. Anybody quickly able to respond to me the number of combinations possible? The answer is, I think a mathematics student should be able to respond quite well. Nishant, how we need to show recognition? We'll respond to the questions a little later. Just please keep putting your question. We'll respond to your questions a little later. Anybody, I'm able to, how do I see the chat section here? Anybody responded, Mr. Adesh? I'm not able to.
Nobody yet. I'm just waiting for them.
Okay, I'm just wanted to ask a curiosity question. How many kinds of strokes are possible? What's the combination? Permutations and combinations people are familiar with.
Can you all respond in the chat box if it's possible, please? I think you can proceed because, yeah, I think some answers are coming.
Okay, 4 strokes are coming in. Okay. Okay. Okay, think about it. What are the combinations possible? I just explained to you. I don't want to give you the answer for it. Now, I can have a verbal positive conditional stroke. I can have a verbal positive unconditional stroke. So I can have a verbal negative conditional, verbal negative unconditional. So now you can guess what will be the type of strokes that are possible. Okay. Positive and negative. Positive is one that that the giver of the stroker intends to be pleasant. So there is a pleasant feeling when I give a stroke. See, we're talking about motivation. So motivation, please understand that motivation does not necessarily mean that motivation can only be done when it is positive. Just reflect an interaction with your father or your mother or your elder brother or your family members. Sometimes a negative stroke also makes an impact to motivate us. So it's not that motivation means that it's only positive. or it does not mean that I must give only negative stroke. So there is a variance in terms of how do I apply it. We'll come to that in a moment. So positive stroke is one that giver of the stroke intends to be pleasant. Negative stroke is one that is intended to be painful. It's uncomfortable. For the giver, for the receiver, there is unpleasantness. Okay, let's look at the strokes quadrant. Now, you remember we talked about the kinds of strokes: verbal, non-verbal, positive, negative, and conditional and unconditional. So for a moment, we are not including the verbal or non-verbal in this. It can be included in all the four, depending on how you want to apply it. Now, what is a conditional positive stroke? What is unconditional positive stroke? What is a conditional negative stroke and unconditional negative stroke? These are the four strokes possible now. Now, let's go back to that example we talked about at the station that I experienced. A beggar walked in. He took out something that was lying there in a cup. He drank it, put it back, and went. Would he choose to drink that droplets of coffee or tea from the cup which was put in the waste bin if he was given another cup of coffee by somebody else in the hand? Which one would he choose? Answer is obvious that he would choose the nice cup of coffee. Why would he choose that? But if the nice cup of coffee is not available and I'm hungry, I have to make do with whatever I get. So I end up eating that. You can think about situations where you've seen at home or with people outside when they are hungry. You give them something, they are not valuing or validating the taste. Kada 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 they eat. So you ask them, eppadi irundhudu? Pasima, edho kudu, edho saapten theriyala. But once the hunger has filled, now he says, Ittayana saapten. Likewise, when we connect it to that, yes, we need to give positive strokes to people. But if somebody is not getting positive strokes, he says that any stroke is better to me, even if it is negative. A simple equation would be that positive stroke is greater than a negative stroke, is greater than a no stroke. Now, what is a no stroke? Now, you're just walking past on the road. Okay, you're just walking past on the road. The same example we discussed about it. You're walking past on the road. You are being ignored by your neighbor. How would you feel? Manishanave madhika maatengirana. Now the irken. So what do you think at that? What goes into your mind at that moment? Some form of recognition is better than no recognition. So in comparison to some form, I would like some form of recognition. I'd like to have good form of recognition. But if there is nothing forthcoming, I would rather go with some recognition rather than having no recognition. Just like what we see and experience with regard to food is how we experience with our recognition hunger also. Now that recognition hunger is what is related to motivation here. Recognition hunger through strokes is for motivation purposes. Any questions that you wish to ask at this point of time, I can take. Nishant has given a question. How we need to show recognition. Nishant, you can show recognition as we said in any form. Just eye-to-eye contact is a form of recognition. A smile is a form of recognition. Shaking hands is a form of recognition. Verbally saying hi to him or her is a form of recognition. So recognition is not necessarily that I must go look at you, talk to you. Just an eye to eye contact, brief moment that yes, I know you are there in the crowd. I have connected with you. You have recognized that person and he's also recognized you. So recognition can be in any form. Any other questions would you like to ask at this point of time?
Nancy Christina has a question. Transactional analysis stroke means what?
Okay, let's stick to the stroke part of it. Transaction analysis is an ocean. Stroke is a unit of recognition. It's a unit. So when I'm talking to you, okay, Nancy Christina, I'm talking to you. Even now, writing to me, and I'm responding to you, there is a stroke. So even just to say hi, there is a stroke. As we said, it can be verbal, it can be non-verbal, it can be positive, it can be negative. We'll come to the conditional and unconditional in a brief moment. So stroke can be in a conversation when A and B are talking, lots of interactions happen. At each interaction, there is a stroke. It could be positive, it could be negative. Yeah.
No more questions now. You can please continue the presentation. We'll take up as and when we get more questions.
Okay, fine. Lovely. Anything on the chat box? Anything mentioned? There is
nothing on the
question
chat box.
asked here. Karthik has asked, positive stroke necessary to achieve the recognition. See, yes, Malarvali says nothing, sir. It is clear. Okay. Positive stroke necessary to achieve recognition. Recognition, when you look at it, unit of recognition is a stroke. Any unit, this is a unit. Smile is a unit. Eye contact is a unit. Is positive stroke necessary to achieve the recognition? Strokes are essential for recognition. If you are able to give positive strokes, very good. The question comes in, should I only give positive strokes? Should I not give any negative strokes at all? No, you should give negative strokes. When somebody makes a mistake, you don't say, wow, that's a fantastic mistake you've made and you made us all proud. I mean, he's going to be confused. He will say that, are you genuinely giving me a stroke, or are you just giving me a stroke because you have to give me a stroke? So it can be positive, it can be negative. People sometimes raise their voice to be heard. Maybe people shout. People say that what you have not done well, they tell it in front of your face. Those are negative strokes, but those are essential. In feedback, you can't expect all of it only to be positive. Yeah? Okay, Subhashri has asked, sometimes no stroke makes us to feel as negative stroke. Your understanding is, yes, you could say that, but the point is, negative stroke is better than no stroke. When it's a no stroke, you may think it is negative, but no stroke means that they are not even acknowledging your presence. You may want to categorize it as a no stroke, negative stroke, but it is actually not. It is worse than that. It is something below that, deep within. So you would want to look at it in terms of when somebody gives you a no stroke, you may want to wonder, why is that? We may not have time to discuss in depth, but think about it. But somebody keeps ignoring you. Would you like that? Or somebody looks at it, you still feel that that is better than ignoring. But yeah, nobody wants to be ignored. They want to be acknowledged. That's a positive stroke part of it. Vignesh Kumar asks, how many strokes? You have breakfast in the morning. Do you stop eating after breakfast till next morning? You are hungry again in the afternoon. You are again hungry in the evening. In the meantime, you have a tea and a coffee and a juice. In the meantime, you have some snacks, which is, we call it famously Norukutimi. In the meantime, we bite, we keep taking bites. Now, how many times have we eaten? So there is no limitation in terms of number of strokes. It is unlimited. There is no limitation. How to convert negative strokes into positive strokes? Now, there are two parts to your question. Varsha Nambiar, there are two parts to a question. One is, how do I convert my negative strokes that I give to people into positive strokes? And how do I convert their negative strokes into positive strokes for me? I'll respond to that briefly now, and then we will take it up again if we think it's required. So I am giving negative strokes. How do I convert negative strokes to positive strokes? One of the simple ways is that whenever you have to give a feedback or whenever you observe somebody, what is the first thing that you observe in somebody? Just think for just ponder for a moment. You have to look at somebody. It can be your sister, brother, your friend, your teacher. What are the few things that come to your mind immediately, or the one or two people I asked you to think about it? What comes to your mind? You'll be surprised that for many of us, the negative aspects of it come first, not the positive aspects of it. So how do I change that? So when I look at somebody, can I spend few moments to pick the positives? We must proactively seek out positive behavior in people and acknowledge them, if possible, spontaneously. But how do I do that? Simple ways to start doing that. How many of us appreciate the cooking that is made, presuming that you are being served, somebody else is cooking at home? So since we're talking about here me giving strokes, so your father cooks something, your brother cooks something, or a sister cooks something, or your mother cooks something. How many times have I made an attempt to appreciate the food? But that's the same food we get every day. Absolutely. Every day we need to eat. Do we say that every day I'm eating idli, so from tomorrow I'm not going to eat idli? No, we want idli back. We want dosa back. Likewise, can you spare a moment to appreciate that gesture of your mom, father, brother or sister, anybody who does? They come and give it to you on a plate at you. They serve you on the table, or they serve you down when you're sitting. They come and give it to you. Thank you very much. That's a stroke. Amma inike romba nalla irundhudumma. That's a positive stroke. So that's the way you can convert negative. So pick on that. How do I make people to give me positive stroke? That's a question also you should ponder about it. When I'm getting only negative strokes and I'm not getting positive strokes, gently ask them, what is that one thing you like about me? Or one thing that I did that you like about me? Simple. They'll also start thinking about picking up positives for you. Yeah. Strokes can be defined as Nancy Christina, definition of a stroke, unit of recognition. Any unit of recognition is a stroke. That's all. It's a very simple definition. Any unit means small. Yeah. Okay. Let's take the question.
We will go ahead with your presentation and take questions. There are a few in the chat box. We will come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Would you want to put that in the question and
I will
answer?
do that. I will do that.
Yeah, I will proceed further in the presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Adish. Okay, now Stokes quadrant we talked about: conditional positive, conditional negative, unconditional positive, unconditional negative. Simple ways to explain. One moment. Yeah, conditional positive. It says positive, it says conditional. The difference between conditional and unconditional is conditional is very specific, unconditional is very generic. Let's take an example: conditional positive. You have just, I'm just making an assumption here. You have attended your friend's presentation in the college. She's made the presentation. She comes out of the presentation. After the presentation, during the presentation, she explained a particular concept and also took few questions. So what is conditional positive in that? You made a very good presentation just now. So very specific. It's about presentation. And positive, you made a good presentation. Or you could say that, I like the way you handled the questions from the participants. That was very well handled. Wonderful. Conditional positive. Unconditional positive. Unconditional is general. It's not specific. Positive. What is unconditional positive example? You are a wonderful person. You are a great person. You are a smart person. You are a capable person. So these are very generic perspectives. It's unconditional. It's nothing to do with the specific. It's about the person per se. When we talked about conditional, it's about what the person did. This is about the person per se. It's about the being. That's about the doing. So unconditional positive. Conditional negative. Same presentation. You felt that she did not have eye contact with few people, or she did not explain the questions for 2-3 questions very clearly, or she did not understand the concept very well when it was asked. So conditional negative. You presented it well, so that's a conditional. You made a good presentation. That's a conditional positive. However, I found that people, when they ask questions, you did not give a clear answer to that. That's a conditional negative. That's specific. Is it all related to feedback? In a way, yes, it is related to feedback. But what you share, how you share, will make a difference to this person, to you as a person. So this is conditional negative. Now, unconditional negative. As I said, conditional positive, you said you're a good person, you're a capable person, you're a lovely person. So unconditional negative, you're useless, you're incapable, you're fit for nothing. So they don't know with what context are you making a reference to it. So as we said, conditional is about doing, unconditional is about being. Now they don't know, but fine, they accept it because probably they don't know how to ask, or they don't ask. If they ask, fine, you can explain. But just like that, unconditional and negative, you're incapable, you're useless, you're not contributing anything. So these are very generic perspectives. So let's look at all of it. So conditional positive, unconditional positive, conditional negative, and unconditional negative. In this, you have verbal, non-verbal. So you have 8 ways that you give strokes to somebody. Okay, a thought will come in. Which one should I give? More than which one you should give, I will share with you what you should minimize. You should minimize unconditional negative. You are useless, you are incapable, you are fit for nothing. does not make any contribution to that person. If you can minimize that, it will be very, very good. A question comes in, but enakku yaradu chonnaka, what should I do? Ask them. Okay, you're telling me I'm useless. From where do you get this observation that I'm useless? So get into specifics. So help them move from unconditional negative to conditional negative. So either they are just making a statement, then you know that they are not serious about it, or they will give you illa in the situation. This is what you did. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it, or I didn't agree to it. So that moves from unconditional negative to conditional negative. Okay. So these are the 4 quadrants. Just keep this in mind. The question to be asked, the question which I asked in the time management quadrant and the goal setting quadrant also, where all am. Anga vandu kettabodhu, where am I? Okay, especially in the goal setting asked, where are you? In time management, I said, where are you in terms of percentages, if you remember. Likewise, in the strokes quadrant, you can take your piece of paper now and write down what percentage of you is in offering. When I give strokes, am I giving conditional positive, unconditional positive, conditional negative, and unconditional negative? Okay, you may say, I don't know accurately, but you know approximately. Just put an approximate figure. Broadly, this sheet of paper, you don't have to share with anybody else. This is only for you. So since it's only for you, please be honest to yourself. Write it down so that you know where you are, and so that you know that where do you want to go, or where do you want to increase. Okay, I find that few people raising their hands. I'll just take a sip of water. My request, if you have any questions, please put in the Q&A. It's easier for me to address that in the Q&A, because although I would like to listen to you and talk to you, because of constraints of it, we may not be able to observe and pick and ask you to speak. So my request, if you can just put your questions in the Q&A space. Thank you. So we have looked at stroke quadrant. Have I made myself understood here? Any quick, if you can just confirm your understanding on that, we can proceed further. Just quickly, can I get some few essays that I know that we are on the right path? Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, now we look at what time are we in now? We are at 4:45. Good. I think we are well on track. So I'll complete my few slides, and then we will take the balance questions. So as we talked about it, positive conditional, that was a good piece of work you did. Positive unconditional, you are lovely to have around. It's conditional positive. I don't like your stock. Your socks color I don't like, or your socks are smelling. All are negative conditional. I hate you. I don't know for what. I hate you. That's how it is. If you have to eliminate negative unconditional. Negative conditional, if it is appropriately used, it is a very significant motivating factor. Like positive conditional, like positive unconditional, negative conditional are a strong motivating. It's how it is done. Many of us, when we are trying to criticize, we criticize the person and not what the person did. We criticize the being and not the person's doing. So when you criticize the person, so people think that I am useless. He or she feels small. So when you say that what you did, this issue I don't like, so they look at it in terms of they are only criticizing my performance, not me per se. So stroking, what does stroking do? Stroking reinforces the behavior. So what behavior that, like for example, you see your friend is made a good presentation. So you go and say XYZ, the presentation was very good. You spoke very well. You were able to explain it very well. So that reinforces the confidence in that person to go and make more presentations. All of us, right from the time we are born till we breathe our last, we need strokes. It's not that only younger people need stroke, older people don't need any. Why? Any being, animals, what do they crave for? Many of you may have pets. What do they crave for? A cuddling, talking to them. What is that? That's a stroke. So grown-ups, as much as they require, yes, it's not that only youngsters require it. Okay, take a moment here. I want you to ponder. We talked about conditional and conditional. I want you to do a self-analysis here. Do a stroke profile, as we call it. Take a moment, take the piece of paper, write it down here, put these columns. Of course, you can always come back to YouTube and refer to this presentation. But for now, to do it as a small exercise, will take about 2-3 minutes. Now write down, this is a 6x3 column. So write column 2, column 3, positive, negative. So how comfortable am I in giving positive strokes? How comfortable am I in giving negative strokes? As I said, please, here nobody is checking you, nobody is asking you to share your responses, and especially faculty members who are observing this, please, since you are all the torch bearers of creating the next generation. So how you provide the positive strokes, especially positive conditional or negative conditional, would go a long way. So how comfortable am I in giving positive strokes, negative strokes? Write down. You can write in a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is low, 5 is high. Where are you? Or you can give yourself a percentage, whatever. Or you can say I'm upward arrow, downward, side arrow, downward arrow. Upward arrow means that I'm very comfortable. Sideways arrow means that I'm okay. Downward, I'm not okay. So how comfortable am I giving it? Yeah, I'm very comfortable giving positive strokes. Ask yourself, how comfortable are you in giving negative strokes? Many of us in the corporate world are very uncomfortable in giving negative conditional strokes. There are a lot of pauses where people don't know how to give feedback. Big challenge, because I am not comfortable in giving negative conditional stroke. This performance you have not done on yesterday or that day you didn't do very well. People are very uncomfortable. How comfortable am I in taking strokes from others? No, I'm very comfortable in taking strokes. Yeah, you may say, but somebody says that, hey, inniki vande you have made the food extremely well. Yeah, inniki vendaka curry was no, my mother only taught me. I don't know anything about it. I just taught, which means I'm not very comfortable. So how comfortable are you in taking or accepting positive strokes, negative strokes? When people give negative conditional strokes or negative unconditional strokes, we are quiet. When people give positive strokes, oh, your dress is fabulous. Thank you very much. We're very uncomfortable. Thank you comes here, but the body is shivering. We are not very comfortable taking positive strokes. Get used to it. Keep giving positive strokes, keep receiving positive strokes. How comfortable am I in asking for strokes? I want this new dress. How does this look? Ask. I prepared this sabzi, or I prepared this vada, or I prepared this curry, I prepared this sweet dish. How is it? Ask. Ask for it. Last time I got 60% in this subject. This time I got 70% in the subject. What do you think of it? So people will say, what do you think of it? Yeah. Isn't there an improvement? Yeah, there's improvement. See, ask for strokes. Very important one, fourth one. How much do we refuse strokes? Refuse. We sometimes, when we are praised, we are very uncomfortable. We negate it, we discount it, we ignore it, or we give it to somebody else. We are very, how much do we refuse positive strokes, or how much do we refuse negative strokes? Fifth one. How many times do I stroke myself? Looking into the mirror when you wear the dress is not a self-stroke. Looking into the mirror when you're wearing a dress and saying that this dress looks good on you, on me, that's a self-stroke. This dress does not look good on me, negative stroke. Spending 5 minutes dressing up is also non-verbal way of communicating it, but express it to yourself. I like this. I don't like this. You're not talking to anybody. You're only talking to yourself. Yeah. So we are looking at stroke profile. So write down, take a moment. 6x3 column. We are at 453. Please take a moment. Write down. Adesh is doing a double action today. How comfortable are we in giving strokes? Positive and negative. How comfortable are in taking positive and negative strokes? How comfortable are we in asking for strokes, positive, negative? Yeah, we have not performed well. I mean, so go and ask for it. How do you see? I mean, I got 60 last time. I've got 40 now. Yeah, you should work on. So ask. Get into that. Be comfortable discussing on that poor performance. How do I refuse? Why do I refuse strokes? Do I refuse positive strokes, or do I refuse negative strokes? And how comfortable am I in giving a self stroke? Yeah. Just to go back, we looked at what is motivation. We looked at what is a stroke, unit of recognition. We looked at kinds of strokes: verbal, non-verbal, positive, negative, conditional, unconditional. We looked at the stroke quadrant: positive, conditional, positive, and unconditional, negative, conditional, negative, conditional, negative, unconditional. And also we looked at stroke profile. Okay. Now let's do a small poll here, Mr. Radesh. I need your help in the next poll.
Coming up, just give me a minute.
Please.
Yes, we are ready and just launching the poll. The poll will run for a minute.
Yeah, just a minute. After that, you can stop it. Yeah. So we spent about close to about 50 minutes now. So what is your understanding of the topic motivation, self and others through stroke? So what is your understanding of it? It's a warm day today. Can we stop here?
Yes. I'm just sharing the results so that everybody can have a look at it.
Yeah. Now, what have you given me? You have given me a stroke. By even mentioning a scoring, you have given me a stroke. 68 people, which is 87% of them said it's high or very high. That's a positive stroke. Thank you very much. I feel elated. So, okay, now let's move on to the questions part of it. Quickly, Nancy Christina, is it Manning Lee? You ask the question again. If you're talking about some author, I have not referred Manning Lee.
Mr. Raghu, if you can just stop your screen share.
Okay, stop share. I've done here. Okay. Okay, can a stroke go undetected? Yes. Sometimes it can go undetected. It could be your stroke to others also. Could go. Rohit asked, could go undetected. What you say also could go undetected. But if you're conscious of it, like for example, you appreciated somebody specifically with the positive conditional strokes, very unlikely that it could go undetected. And if it goes undetected, you can check with the person saying that I just complimented you on that. Go back and see. Do people take it, not take it? Yes. That's another subject. They also have filtering mechanism, just like we have a tea filter. There are filters people use. They may use bigger filter, smaller filter. So people can filter it, but that's another subject for another day. What is the faster way to check for a stroke? Sapna, what is the faster way to check for a stroke? If you're asking when you give a stroke, if they are not acknowledging with verbal, please believe me that they will acknowledge it with non-verbal. So something would happen in their face which will acknowledge your stroke. So that's a faster way. Your body reflects faster than the words that come out.
Next one is an interesting question.
Which order it's come? Shivaranjani is okay. What can I do to overcome my inferiority complex whenever I get any negative strokes for my work? Because it made me to lose my confidence whenever I got any bad comments. Okay, two parts to that question. Thank you very much, Shivaranjani Vedagiri, for your question. There are two parts to the question. One is in terms of overcoming, and second part of it, you talked about it, whenever I got any bad comments. So let's split that for a moment. See, when you say when I got any bad comments, itself means that you may have got negative unconditional stroke. Just stay for a moment, think for a moment. Whoever is that person given, or you saw somebody give, you observed or you were part of it, either giver or a receiver. If it was negative unconditional, go back and ask next time. It has been for the being, make it into the doing by asking for what purpose. Give me evidence, give me example. Easiest way somebody says is you're useless. Okay, with what made you say that? Just ask a question, what made you say that? Or what did you observe in me to say that? What can I do to overcome it in my, so you're asking, what do I do to overcome? Now again, I'll split the two parts to it. One is, what I am is different to an extent from what I do. When I say different, there is a person that I am, there is a demonstration of my performance. People watch my performance and comment on my person. As they say, the famous cricket example they used to give, or you can change the cricket player, say that Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli today, or Steven Smith, or any of the, I'm just taking cricket as an example, that he is a class player. Today's performance has not been good. So he is a class player. The performance today has not been good. Likewise, if people are telling you about you, especially if it's a negative, unconditional, ask them for evidence or give me an example. So when it comes to the inferiority complex part of it, although they may tell about the person, it is about the performance. They don't know probably how to give it to the performance. They mistakenly give it to the person. That's one part of that. The other part of it is that I should know myself better than others knowing about me. Although there could be blind spots, that's another topic. There could be blind spots that I may not notice about myself, but I should have a broad idea about my capability. So if I'm going to determine my life, my performance, always about what others are going to say, I will only live for others. I may never live for myself. Thank you very much. Trust this question has been answered, responded to.
Okay, Shweta Ravi is asking what we should do to avoid more negative strokes.
Shweta, what we should do to avoid more negative strokes? You cannot do anything to avoid negative strokes for now. If you start asking for positive strokes when you've done something well, I'll give a simple example. If I want positive stroke for this presentation, once this presentation is over, I will ask Mr. Adesh, so how was my presentation? Or what were the good parts in my presentation? How was the presentation? Could be a very generic. So I may ask him, what were the 3 good parts you observed in my presentation? So he has to give me 3 good parts. So when you keep asking for specific positive strokes, people will also make an attempt to observe you positively. I'll take another example. So let's say a professor gives you, there are professors here, so I'm just taking that as an example. Let's say a professor or a lecturer or gives you a negative stroke. So you go and say, fine, sir, or fine, madam, thank you very much. I take that. But tell me 2 good things you like about my performance. So you're making that person to go back, think for a moment, and give you positive conditional stroke. Okay, now that is done. What should do? We have done. What are why we call this as a stroke? Who named it? Yeah, I mean, there are 2 people who are credited to it. Nancy Christina. One of them is Eric Byrne, who mentioned it much earlier. Later on, Claude Steiner did a huge research on that and came up with his several articles on that. I'm just shared very small component of it. There is a stroke economy, stroke profiling itself goes further. There is a stroke filter. There are several aspects of it. So why is it called? It's a unit of recognition. It's like I mean, I'm not able to understand why they called it a stroke. But what is coming to my mind is that just something that connects. Difference between motivation and a stroke. GD, I don't know what your name is, GD. Difference between stroke is a method of motivation, if I may call it that way. Okay. What are the steps to gain more positive strokes? Priyanka, ask for it. 1, give yourself positive strokes. 2, ask for it. When you ask for it, ask specifically for it. Like I said, if I wanted positive strokes, if I feel I don't know what good I did in my presentation, I'll go to Mr. Adesh. Tell me 3 good things you observed in my presentation, or 2 things you observed in my presentation. Ask. Thou shalt ask, thou shalt receive. How to take easy the negative strokes? Again, two parts to the question. Is it negative conditional stroke or is it negative unconditional stroke? So just looking at the time, it is 5:07. I'm just conscious of, let's try to complete it by 5:15. That's the commitment I gave you. How to take, I mean, if it's a negative unconditional, ask them specifically what is the example they can give. If they give a negative conditional, unconditional, they ask for specifics. If they give you a negative conditional stroke, go back, think about it, what you did made them to observe, work towards changing it. Because something they've observed, if they're giving a specific, means that they've looked at you from their perspective and they're giving you a feedback. Take it, work on it. Is self-stroke important in negative way? Same self-stroke can be, you can give yourself self-stroke, unconditional, conditional, positive, all of it you can do it yourself. It's not that only others have to give you unconditional. You also give yourself sometimes unconditional positive. Oh, I am the greatest person on earth. I am a superman. I am this. Or otherwise you turn it, I am useless. I'm fit for. What is that? That's an unconditional negative stroke. How easy is it to take it? Again, go back and say it is not you, it is the performance. Millions of performances also does not equal to your as a person. So please remember that.
Okay. So Julius
Okay.
Sudhir has, how do I excel in my
Christina
job?
has asked a lot of questions. Thank you very much, Nancy. Can you say about internal, external? Okay, that's another aspect of it. Internal, external, intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. That's another topic. I would request you to go and read it. Here we are referring to only self-stroke and other strokes. We don't use the word internal, external here. So I request you to go and read about it. There are a lot of, there is intrinsic, extrinsic motivation written out. Counterfeit stroke and taking stroke mean. Oh, Nancy is filling with questions. Nancy, can I come back to that after I finish others, please?
There is one question which is there in the top by Dr. Julius Sudhir. How do I excel? How do I excel in my job even if I do best in not getting any positive strokes?
So you are clicking the done part of it?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay. How do I excel in my job even if I do? Two parts to it, Dr. Julius. It's a very powerful question. We wake up in the morning, and unless we are motivated, we can't wake up. When the alarm rings, what makes us to get up is based on motivation. What gives us a peaceful sleep is also what we are motivated. Two parts to it again. One is every day when you wind up the day, write down what are the good things you have done in the day so that you can stroke yourself. One. So that's a positive stroke by giving yourself. If you want to be inspired a little bit more, you can read Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. The other part of it is during the course of the conversation with your senior or with your superior or whoever who you report to, periodically have a conversation, fix a time, ask them, I would like to know from you, what are the few things that I've done well in the last few days? They don't initiate it, you initiate it. I need to grow, I need to excel, I need to achieve, I need to do things differently. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, Shweta Ravi, how to connect motivation with stroke?
She also has another question. Is health stroke important? Which I think responded to it.
Yeah, correct.
How to connect motivation with stroke? Yeah, I mean, I think I responded to that. Strokes is a form of motivation.
Okay, Nihal Zainab, in the tight corporate hierarchy, how subtly can I question the reason behind a negative unconditional stroke that comes from a higher authority?
Let me ponder over it. See, if it's a person very senior in the hierarchy, you don't have access to that person, then you must go to another person below that hierarchy who knows that person very well and ask about it. What does this person mean? Because if you have access, go to that person and ask. If you don't have access, find out the next available person who's below that person or equal to that person and ask. If you can go to that person directly, see subtlety, how subtle do you ask? Don't beat around the bush, but don't have to be crude in that. I would like to know, tell me. No, you don't have to be brutal about it. You don't have to be crude about it. You can be very polite about it, saying that you told me this and this on this day. Would you like to elaborate so that I can use it for my self-improvement? Thank you very much.
Okay, Radhika Ramamurthy, how to deal with the person who puts his inferiority on others and gives them a negative stroke?
Yeah, I will ignore the inferiority part of it because that's another discussion to be had. When somebody keeps giving negative strokes, what is that you should do? Go and start giving that person positive strokes. Slowly the person will change. Don't expect a change tomorrow morning. The person will reject your strokes. Keep giving strokes. One day the person will change slowly. So he will not put his inferiority on others. So he will change. One more question I saw. Is that all?
Yeah, Nancy had that question. Counterfeit stroke and taking stroke means.
Yeah, counterfeit stroke is where, what is a counterfeit note? I mean, you give a note, the person receives it and says that this is counterfeit, this is a fake note, you take it back. So you actually give a stroke, but you take it back, the stroke, like you appreciate somebody, then you take it back by giving something negative. So that's a counterfeit stroke. Yeah.
Okay, with that, all the questions are all done, and I don't see any more questions in the chat box either.
Lovely, lovely. We are at 5:14.
Maybe we'll just have a small recap of what session you have done, if it's okay with you.
Sure. I'll go to the slide. How do I go to the slide now?
Share the screen, please.
Okay, I'll share the screen. So quickly to remember, I'll just go to stroke quadrant. So remember conditional positive, conditional negative, unconditional positive, unconditional negative. Remember about it. Remember the kinds of strokes we talked about it: verbal, non-verbal, positive, negative, conditional, unconditional. So positive and negative, it's painful when a negative is given, it's pleasant when positive is given. So what is a stroke? A unit of recognition is called a stroke. Please spend some time to do the stroke profile. How comfortable am I in giving positive, negative strokes? How comfortable am I in taking positive, negative? How comfortable am I in asking for strokes? How comfortable am I in how much do I refusing strokes, and how much do I self-stroke positively and negatively? We took the questions. Okay, I'm reachable on Facebook and LinkedIn. And thank you very much for your time. It was pleasant. And it's been a great experience to spend time with you. Looking forward to interacting with you again next week. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Raghu. I think, I have to go back and watch the session again since I was coordinating with the technology part. I was not able to fully concentrate, so I'll go and watch again. Thank you all the participants for the participation. We don't collect feedback forms for the sessions simply because we think we are trying to do something which will benefit everybody. So it's not right for us to get a feedback on how the session was. I think the kind of questions what you have asked and the kind of appreciation what you have shown in the chat box shows that the session was an extraordinary session. So thank you very much for your support. And I just have a small request to make to the people who were there inside the participation room today. I think many of your friends who have registered are not able to join because of some technical difficulty. Everybody is trying to go to the registration form again and again and trying to re-register. Our slots are booked. The moment we announce the session, in about 8 hours, we have about the full house. So you cannot register again and join in just before the session. So you will have to, whenever you have a chat with them, just inform them to look for the invitation or the confirmation mail what they receive from Vidyasagar from Zoom. There is a small icon there to click join. That's how you people have joined us. You have to click join at the right time. We started almost 10 minutes earlier, so you can join and come in and wait for the session to begin. So we began sharp at 4 o'clock. So in case you find time, maybe just talk to your friends and your colleagues. Inform them that they have to click the join button, not the registration button. So that's all it is. As promised, we will be coming back again on the next Thursday, 4 o'clock for a new session. We are also doing one more session. It's a purely faculty development program on this Saturday, 11 o'clock. I hope you would have registered for it. The principal shared it through your regular channels. That also is full for your information. We are talking on a concept for called mind mapping. Mind mapping to help your students excel in their studies. So it's going to be a very interesting session. It's at 11 o'clock. We are trying to make it available on YouTube. We are working on it. I'm not sure whether the presenter or the trainer would permit us to do it. In case he permits us, the session will be live on YouTube. It's youtube.com/c/Vidyasagar Women's College. You can watch it live from 11. So just try. In case you're not able to register or you have not registered and you want to see the session, it will be available on YouTube. Thank you very much for your participation. Eagerly waiting to see you again next Thursday. The registrations will open on Monday for the next session. Thank you very much. Namaste.